So it's basically like this. And I hope this is not too confusing for you, because there's not much I can do to help you, unfortunately. If I were teaching you in person, it would be different, but it's pretty hard to communicate over a video. Alright. So we have, here's the difference. We have one that we just did here. See how it's kind of half as thick as this one that has these two edges? This just has one. So we're gonna take this. Here's the head. We're gonna take the end that's closest to the tail, this little flap here. We're gonna put it behind. I guess, okay, here's a good way to think about it. Take this, bring it to the head. This is the head. Take this, bring it to the head, holding along, this sort of pinches together. Fold it like that. Wow, that was easy. I should have thought of that earlier. And then what you're going to do is fold this up along this corner, or this crease here. Okay. Now, this is what I call the zergling base. Alright. And it's been 50 minutes. So, okay, fine. I'd say we're about halfway there, at least. Because if you were like really good at origami and you saw my picture of the zergling and you saw this, you could probably figure out how to do it just from here. But if you're watching this video, you probably are not that sort of expert origami person, so I'll continue. Let's see, what's a good one to do next? Let's start on the arms. So these are the arms. Arms, head, arms, legs, other arms, tail with the two pieces. Okay, so we have our arms, and we're going to fold them this point up to this point. Just bring them over. I mean, it doesn't have to be exact, it's just kind of folding this point to this point. So we see, okay, no, we don't see. We see we have both our arms up here by the head. Okay. Next thing I want you to do is, you see this this line across here? There's kind of light spot and a less light spot because of the bad lighting. That's a crease that we're going to fold this edge to match. So I guess watch me first. That crease, this crease, and that crease. We're going to fold it to meet that crease. So now it's going along the same line as that other crease. And we're going to do that on the other side too. And we can make sure that they line up. And they seem to line up okay. Alright, back to here. So it looks even more zergling-like because the arms are forward. Okay, and then we're actually going to unfold those again back to here. Well, back to here because they're just creases. Next thing we're going to do is fold the other edge to match that crease. And it's going to look like this. Head, we're going to fold this back so that this line matches that crease. Other side, this line matches that crease here, that line that you can barely see. There, you can see the line, kind of. So both of these are kind of backwards. Here's a head, and these are pointing backward. Then we're going to unfold it again, because those were just creases. And it's kind of like a skydiving zergling or something. Anyway, here's a somewhat tricky part. We're going to fold along, we're going to basically pinch this in half so that it's like half as big, or half as thick, so it's thinner. What I'm doing is, okay, so here's the head, here's the upper arms, here's the lower arms, and I'm putting the lower arm so it's straight up. And you can see the creases that we just made that go like so. What I want to do is pinch alongside here, which you can't see what I'm doing. Okay, now I can't see what I'm doing because my monitor shut off. Okay. So what I just did, it was like this. I pinched these two together so it's thin. Let's see, where's the head? Okay, so here's the head, here's the arm, and when we pinch it, it goes down to match that same crease that we were creasing to, except it's half as thin, half as thick. And we're going to do the other side. So again, from the point, we're going to pinch it along the middle so it folds in half. I'm using my thumb and my other fingers to pinch it. Okay, so where are we? Here's the head, here's the arm in the process of being pinched down, and then it's going to rest along this same sort of crease angle that we had established earlier. So there's the first step of the arm. And these next steps in shaping the arm are pretty detailed, so I'm trying to bring this closer. Let's see. Okay. So we're kind of going to unpinch the arm again, just for the sake of adding a few more folds into it. And I'm thinking that this is very disorienting and maybe would be very difficult to follow along with, unfortunately. Yeah, darn. Okay, yeah, I really don't know how to make this easier to understand. But anyway, we'll try, keep trying. Like this, what I want to do is sort of unpinch and fold the point of the arm back on itself. Man, you can't see anything. Okay, there, it's a little better. Here's a head, upper arm thingies, legs, and here's the arm that we just folded up. And then what we want to do is sort of pinch it close again. It's kind of thin here, but we still want to pinch it close, and that means that we'll start here, the sort of upper arm area of the arm, and then pinch this until it's pinched in half.